There you go.
I made a mistake and recorded things that didn't actually record. So.
We just finished leg day today. Still getting used to using the camera while we work out. But put Charles through some high rep leg day. We started out with squats and superset that with leg press. Kept our feet really high to work on the hamstrings. So I know I was doing sets of 20 with 185 on squats. Charles is doing sets of 12, so definitely high volume squat day. And then we did sissy squats, and then we followed that by the good girl bad girl machines, for those people that know what those are. The hip abductors and I guess groin muscle machine.
I think it's abductor and adductor.
Yeah,
So
that sounds right.
You get
And
both.
then we did leg extensions, hamstring curls, and then we finished it up with some walking lunges. You know, we got the walking lunges and we got a little bit of the sissy squats in there, so we'll put those in
and
the
then
video.
Charles almost puked. So.
You already threw up. So it was a successful leg day.
It's close.
And you can see that, I don't know if you can tell, but we're drenched in sweat. So it was a good leg day.
How about we go hit that pool?
Now we're gonna hit the pool.
There you go.
We made it out to the pool now, and we're about to jump in. Charles already jumped in.
We'll go down the
There.
slide.
So after the pool, we went over to our friend Fatty's house. He was doing a crawfish boil for a bunch of people. Last week he did it for the neighborhood. This week he was doing it for friends. So he had 160 pounds of crawfish, and that was full of sodium, but it also carved us up for our workout the next day.
We did chest and shoulders.
So had to push out all that sodium through our workout.
Okay. I just want to eat.
Hold on. I'm going to show Charles over here just gnawing down. So here's a rundown of our chest and shoulder day. We started out with incline dumbbell bench. Don't really do flat bench much anymore. I found that I can get everything I need from incline dumbbells and then mostly cable accessory work. So worked up to some heavy sets with dumbbells, and then Aubrey doing her heavy set here. She worked up to the 60 pounds. As soon as we finished out with dumbbells, we incorporated something new, something I've done before, but most people probably haven't seen it, where we add dumbbells onto I guess a heavy set of dumbbells, so that way you can do almost an immediate drop set. So you'll be able to see that here. So I immediately go do the 130 pounds as many times as I can. And then when that gets heavy, I'll have Charles just pull those 30s off, and then I'll continue to rep out the 100s to failure. It's a good way to do a drop set from the get-go. Probably one of my favorite things to do.
All right, so as soon as we're done with incline bench, we move to shoulder press. So we kind of like to switch back and forth from chest to shoulders, just an overall push day. So as soon as we're done, we will do a drop set of kind of a wide grip shoulder press down to your nose. So you'll see Brad, he had all those 10s on. He'll drop down, immediately go into basically failure. We never really count reps. We just kind of go until we can't go anymore. So you'll see he'll keep dropping down. We like to do this, and then maybe our second set or towards the end we might do behind our head.
Yeah, we normally do about 3 sets of this. The next set after this would be, I think I had 5 10s on each side, so the next set will have 4 10s on each side, and I'll do it behind my head. And then the last set will be 3 10s on each side, and I'll do it in front again. And sometimes I'll go front and behind on that last set. And it's really until failure. So it's pretty painful if you've never tried it before. It's a pretty good pump for your shoulders. I think it might be a more of a mental game than a physical one. Almost like getting underneath heavy weight on squats. You don't really want to do it anymore, but you can, so you just keep pushing through.
I love to have Brad's spot. If you're a lady, it's always nice to have a spot, especially on these. If I didn't have him behind me, I would probably fail a lot sooner and not get as much out of my shoulder day. So you'll see he's just cupping right under my elbows and helping me to push up. Sometimes towards the end, I might do just a regular push press or just a strict shoulder press where I'm coming down all the way to my shoulders and then back up. That last set with just the bar, usually we'll just set a number, like Brad will tell me 10 or 12, and he'll just help me to get there.
Once we finished with the standing shoulder presses and we finished with the incline dumbbells, we normally go work on cable stuff. So I like to start out with low. You can see Aubrey here, she likes to keep it closer to her body than I do, but upward motion, and sometimes she'll pulse it at the end just to get a little bit more out. I will do what she was doing and then do those we saw earlier, which just focusing on hitting that front delt and upper chest. And then we'll move it to the middle position, and I focus on, again, hitting that upper chest area. And then through this time,
in the background.
Yeah, she's killing it in the background. But we'll be supersetting the entire time with shoulder work. So when we're not doing that, you can see Charles, he's working on some shoulder stuff. So we'll normally do that in between our cable flies. So some standing chin pulls, standing laterals, seated laterals. And the final thing I like to do in the high position, I'll have my palms facing outward, and I'll push down, really focus on the squeeze at the bottom, and then I'll step back and do some flies in that position. I find that doing the flies there, it's a little bit better.
The last thing that Brad loves to do is flex. Almost every session that we do, he will practice posing or flexing. He's gotten really good at it, as you can see. I mean, honestly, this really does help overall to have mirrors, to be looking at how your muscles are changing, especially when you're as lean as Brad is. He can see day-to-day changes. So, of course, he has all of us flexing for the camera.
This is our little flex off at the end of our workout. It's a lot of fun. That's the best part. You just have to remember that to have fun. We always have fun in the gym together.
Even if you look stupid, we always flex. We just got done with the workout, and we went searching for
RX0 and Hilltop
at two different places, and we couldn't find it. So,
but we did find the RX0 bars, which we hadn't found yet.
And we never tried them, so hence eating them in the car on the way home.
Yeah, making a mess. I already got chocolate on me.
They're a little bit small, so that makes me sad.
But they're only 80 calories, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I got vanilla.
I got salted caramel or caramel.
The chocolate is really good on the outside, and the vanilla consistency of the ice cream is kind of like a fudgesicle consistency, so a lot like their actual ice cream consistency. I definitely would get these again because it's like a little bit more than like a chocolate rice cake as far as calories go.
Yeah.
And the macros are a little bit more carbs, a little less protein than like a rice cake, I guess. But in general, if you had a sweet tooth and I had a choice between this and a chocolate rice cake, I would pick this.
Here, try mine and see if yours is better than vanilla.
I don't want you to try mine because it's almost done.
Yeah, well. value your opinion. What do you think? Which one's better?
I think salted caramel is better. It's a little bit creamier ice cream consistency. So, and I feel like yours was bigger. I think I got gypped.